Though he was always sometimes covering up for the players, this time round, Ten Hag has gone ahead to identify the problem as to why we played badly in the game of Wolverhampton Wanderers. And for the game of Spurs, we only played 35 minutes to 45 minutes. He has gone ahead to select these players that play in the midfield and warned them ahead of this fixture. To those that really saw his video, it said that Ten Hag came in the press conference that is leading us to the game of Nottingham Forest very, very, very much annoyed. His face was obviously red, and he was not pleased with the players that obviously came up and will put in a shift. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys and where you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. As usual, Ten Hag has gone ahead to defend Antony, oh my god, and Lindelof has gone ahead and referred to us how he's planning for this 7th season that is playing at Manchester United ever since he signed from Benfica to Manchester United. Now, let's start it off with Casemiro, with Ten Hag talking about whether Casemiro is fit or not. But before we go that side, we're calling in for 300 likes on this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel because we want to hit 16,000 subscribers before the end of this month. Now, we started off with Erik Ten Hag asked on whether Casemiro is fit. Ten Hag said, if you see the numbers, you see he's fully fit. I have no doubts they can do it. After 35 minutes against Spurs, he did not do it anymore and were fast across the rank of fitness. So, Ten Hag is slating Casemiro that he only played 35 minutes in that game of Tottenham Hotspur. And this is a double-edged sword that Ten Hag also needs to take concern or blame onto the performances of players like Casemiro, because you cannot really put a man of Casemiro in a state where he is isolated, no compactness in the midfield. You anticipate Spurs to come and obviously overrun us because we are porous, you know. Mason Mount couldn't cover some distance and he was running around like a headless chicken. He was running aimlessly on the field of play, you know. Yet, when Eriksen came in through, we saw to it that Eriksen was playing close to Casemiro and they would obviously find ways of sharing the roles, you know, like on the left side of the midfield and the other one on the right side of the midfield. And Bruno was hitting centrally, so it that he brings what we call that compactness into that midfield of Man United. That's why when I was doing the match preview, I came out and told you that I'm really anticipative of what United is going to be today as we play Nottingham Forest, because we are going to play some huge, beautiful game, according to me, because there is no one who has not gone ahead to appreciate the midfield of Eriksen, Casemiro, and Bruno Fernandes. The injury of Mason Mount, I've always referred to it as a blessing disguise to act as an eye-opener to Erik Ten Hag, that he should compare the two midfields, one with Mason Mount and that one without Mason Mount, meaning that we are going to play close to 3 games with a midfield that doesn't have Mason Mount. And those games are really going to be so much important for Erik Ten Hag to notify that maybe he needs to play him elsewhere. And it's going to act for us a lot because if we happen to perform very well in our next games without Mason Mount and having total control of the game, and obviously the ball distribution is really looking good, that will make it hard for Erik Ten Hag to bring back Mason Mount in the midfield, because when he brings him back and doesn't perform, the people will go on to him and ask him, why is it that when he was away, your midfield played better, and when he has gone ahead to obviously not show up, and when he has gone obviously to show up, the midfield obviously looked porous. So let's wait and see how we are going to play today against Nottingham Forest. But I believe you're going to have a very pure, decent game in there for you. After that, let's talk about Ten Hag complaining about the midfield and how they didn't do their job. Ten Hag said, if you always have to analyze clinically and the assessment is not right, it was about the back and the front, not about the midfield. That is why we were open. I said that straight after the game. So Ten Hag goes ahead to blame the forwards of Man United, that is Antony, Rashford and Garnacho that they never pressed as they're supposed to press. They never led the press as supposed to be led. That's what Ten Hag is obviously coming out to hint about these players of Manchester United, that if the first line of defense, that is the three forwards, don't press very well, the midfield is going to be left very open. And he said the back, they had to do it, and if at all he never did it, then we are not going to do the needful. And this really worries me a little bit, because Ten Hag told us that the pre-season that we have just gone ahead to conclude was all about these players learning how to press. Now, if we are not pressing as we're supposed to press, what is going to happen? Does it mean that we need Anton Martial or Rasmus Højlund back as soon as possible? Is this going to force Erik ten Hag to get Anton Martial on the field of play tomorrow to start, because he knows that he lead the press very well? Rashford plays off left and Antony plays right. Because when you are having that front four, it obviously gets us a very good press. So the problem is our press is not great. The line, the fast press is not always great. The primary press, that is it. Because when the primary press is not doing its job, the secondary press, that is the midfield, will also not do its job. So that means we have to press as a unit, and Ten Hag is telling this to his players that if at all we are to go ahead and obviously thrive and hit our levels as a team of Man United, we need to see ourselves pressing well and not isolated into the midfield. That is it, coming in from Erik ten Hag. But what is going to hate to shock me about him is what is going to hate to say about Antony. I don't know why he defends Antony, yet we all know that he's doing the worst. Ten Hag said he did a very good preseason, and more often he's in situations where he's in a threat for the opponent, and in the sky and in the key moments he's where he should have been. Now we have to finish. That's what he said. In preseason, he scored 2 goals and made 1 assist, so I think he's in good direction. Now he has to speed up because for us, good is not good enough. Don't get frustrated. Focus on the ball and performing. So, for me, I have no reason to see why he's defending this man. You know, every player is as good as his previous 90 minutes. The preseason does not matter because we play like we never had a preseason. That is it. So the preseason doesn't matter to us anymore. What matters is what these players are really putting up on the field of play. And Antony is looking worse. You know, the best Antony is going to hit to do is to hit the post when we are playing Tottenham Hotspur. I mean, that is it. He has gone ahead to lose balls, put in blind passes. He is running recklessly, something that he needs to improve a lot. He tries to do lots of things, yet sometimes you just need to get that ball, pass it around, and after passing it around, you make a very good movement and give the person you've passed to the ball a chance to obviously do either a return pass or obviously make a run that will make the player next to you better. Antony needs to do more. He's too selfish when he reaches the final third, and this is where I lament, you know, for the injury of Amad Diallo, because if at all Amad Diallo was here, even if we're not going to have to play like 10, 15, 20 minutes every game, would have gone ahead to show this boy, all Antony, what exactly he has to do. I don't know whether it's all about the problems he's having for his ex-girlfriend that is coming to the UK to obviously report him, but all I can let you know is that Antony is really struggling to get into the team of Manchester United, and however much Ten Hag was going to have to give him a benefit of doubt, he's not doing the needful to prove himself right, to get us to where we are supposed to be as a club of Manchester United. So for Antony, I really anticipate that he is going to have a hard time. That is it. He's going to have a hard time if he doesn't improve on his end product. That is it. His end product is the problem. Maybe when Martial or Rasmus Højlund comes in through, he's going to obviously turn into a better player because he'll be having a focal point that plays well with its back at goal. Because right now we are struggling because Rashford is not a centre forward. That is it. We all know that Marcus Rashford is not a centre forward, and he cannot obviously offer us the best that we deserve as a team of Manchester United into that role. That's why people are excited about the news that Erik ten Hag put out to the media that Rasmus Højlund has taken part into his first full all-first team training session today, and he believes with 1 week in, he's going to obviously find himself into position of playing in the game of Arsenal next Sunday. That is Erik ten Hag for you. We go to Victor Lindelof, the Iceman. He has said, obviously, coming at Man United, I had a goal to be important for the team and to play a lot of games and try to be successful at this club. Going into my 7th season now, I still have the same goal and the same objectives. I want to be successful and compete for trophies. That is Lindelof for you. And I really fancy him to obviously be successful because Ten Hag has gone ahead to obviously know that Harry Maguire is the worst central defender at Man United as per now, and Victor Lindelof is up in the pecking order. That's why United have gone ahead to try to convince him to put pen to paper and see him obviously bringing the best of the game. So thank you guys for watching it through. Tell me your thoughts about Ten Hag criticizing all warning Casemiro, Granacho and Rashford into the comment section below. But he has gone ahead to praise Antony, and Lindelof has gone ahead to give us what his plans are for the club of Manchester United. Rokan David is my name. A sign out for now. See you later. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living true God bless you abundantly. See you when you see me. My Muslim viewers and subscribers, Barak Lau Fikum. Not so? Bye-bye.